The text messaging part of Grower's Edge is very handy because every day I'll receive a text that shows me where the best local market is.
That's what I like about Grower's Edge too. It gives me the information I want on my smartphone so that if I'm not in the office, I still get the information that I need.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody. Today we had the market a bit mixed here with soybeans and wheat trading down on the day. Keep in mind we did have ethanol numbers out today. We also had NOPA crush numbers released at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. We'll go over both of those things, but before we get into that, let's turn over to the Grain Hedge trading platform and see where we closed off the day. Corn trading up 1.5 cents here on the December contract. Soybeans down 7.5 cents on the November contract, and wheat in Chicago here down 4 cents on the September contract. Now let's get right over to those NOPA numbers. You'll notice that NOPA crush numbers came in at 142.473 million bushels crushed for the month of June. This was above the average trade guess here, which averaged right at 141.478 million bushels. This is a significant increase from last year during June when we saw 123.117 million bushels. So that helped soybeans to recover here. Earlier on, soybeans was trading down in the earlier part of the day. Following this crush figure, we were able to kind of move back here a little bit, erasing some of the gains. You can look at the daily chart, and you'll notice that we're kind of teeter-tottering right here. Yesterday, we had a situation where we traded higher, got up around that 1044 resistance. Then today we traded down as low as 10.05, but then rallied back here to 10 in the teens. And so bottom line here is I really think we're up near a resistance level. We're kind of trying to figure out where to go from here. I know we did have crop conditions revised lower earlier on in the week, and really people are still concerned about acreage being flooded out in Missouri, and the USDA releasing that in the August report. So with that being a real concern and that being kind of a wild card, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of if we see soybeans kind of hang in there around these price levels. I'd be surprised if we really saw it rally and break through this key resistance level around that 1044 area that really held as a strong resistance back last August through the end of the year, or excuse me, October through the end of the year. So I guess bottom line here, you get a little bit of positive news from the NOPA crush numbers. That's now behind us. I think in general, when you look at this thing, we'll probably trade sideways. The weather outlook is not looking overly negative going forward here in the coming days. So we'll just have to pay close attention to the weather outlook, as I think it will start to really, it'll really be the major dictator of whether or not we can break through this resistance and keep going higher and continue this short-term bull market, or whether or not we start to turn and cut back over toward the lows. We'll have to see how the weather pans out here going forward. But right now, I think traders are going to be focusing very much on that August report. Now, guys, we had ethanol production numbers out today. We did see ethanol production down 3,000 barrels today, or per day, to 984,000 barrels per day. So when you look at that on the overall chart, you'll notice that we are still well above last year during this time. Production last year during this time. We're also well ahead of the 4-year moving average. So we're really clipping along in terms of ethanol production. This was a positive piece of news for corn out today. When you look at ethanol stocks, we did decline 101,000 barrels, down to 19.74 million barrels of ethanol on stocks. Now let's take a quick look here. We were talking a little bit about weather, and one thing that was kind of interesting is looking at Planalytics 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. Yesterday, you'll notice that it was a little bit drier. Yesterday's figures really showed dryness throughout the Midwest for the most part, wetter than normal conditions in the Northwest. Today, that 6 to 10 day outlook kind of changed a little bit, and you'll notice there's a little bit more moisture there in the Indiana, Ohio, Michigan area. And I think that is one of those things that may be causing just a little bit of a concern here going forward, but not too great a concern. And then the 8 to 14 day outlook here, no significant changes. Guys, other than that, that wraps up today's show. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, please give the office a call. The number is 877-472-4607. Remember, if you haven't done so already, take a demo of that trading platform. See what it's like to have live quotes in the palm of your hand, be able to have a trading platform at your desk at home with no platform fees. It's a fantastic platform, and the platform itself is free. There are data fees that apply, and trading does cost commissions. It's just $7 commissions per side, plus the clearing, exchange, and NFA fees. So guys, if you have any questions about opening an account or trading futures, whether or not it's right for you, please give the office a call. The number is 877-472-4607. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you on Thursday.